Hey everybody, Matt with Copper Alcoins, and just kind of felt like jumping on, saying hello, and letting everybody know that hey, I'm alive. COVID is not going to win. Hey, Patrick Johnson, yep, I am alive. So it's been a little while, so I just wanted to, pop on here and check in with everybody that I could. Been kind of a good day. Didn't wake up feeling like I had a ton of energy. Kind of knew that I needed to get back at some work here from the owl's nest in the basement, and it's exactly what I did today, and even put in a few extra hours. So must be feeling a little bit better. So I've actually not been feeling too bad for several days now, but it the thing about this doggone virus, it seems to really zap your energy, and boy, that's exactly where I've been for several days now. 2 or 3 days, rough days at the beginning, where it just felt like my head was being squeezed in a vice from about here to here, and beyond that, never really developed those loss of senses or anything like that. Um, I don't know, that could still happen, I guess, but um, kind of quickly coming up on date when I'd no longer have to um, be quarantining. That's for sure. Looking forward to that. So did I get it at scout camp? I think there's a high likelihood that that's the case. If we kind of do the contact tracing and scheduling, it would make sense that I was able to, or that I would have contracted it at the summer camp. It turns out that this same summer camp, there's been multiple cases. So, including my oldest son who's working staff there. So it's not entirely unexpected that it would have been transmitted there. So, hey, American Eagle Hoarder, good to see you. Well, American Eagle Hoarder, you might be the one of the few people on here that may not realize, but for the last week plus, I've been dealing with testing positive for COVID, and it was a little unexpected, but and definitely the last thing I needed last week for sure. I had a lot of work that I needed to come back from scout camp to do, but I think the best thing I did for myself last week was just put myself first and tried to feel better. If I felt like sleeping, I just slept, and if I needed to do anything else, I just gave myself the room and the time to do it, and it was quite an ordeal. Nobody was hospitalized or anything like that, but just really, really felt bad. Hey, Jimmy Lucari, I saw you on Coin Crew, but you didn't win. I'm not sure how that happened. You're such a lucky guy. So, well, I appreciate that. AEH. Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't going to get on here and do a lot of hunting or anything like that tonight. It's just that I've been off for a while, and I don't know. I guess I just kind of felt like saying hi and checking in with people, letting you know that I wasn't going away or anything like that. I didn't really put out a notice this weekend that I wasn't going to be streaming, but I did try to at least communicate that in a couple of the chats that I've been in the last several days. The I mean, I'll honestly have to say one of the cool things has been, this coin community that we do all this in virtually. Um, it has actually been a big help to me as I've been kind of coming out of the throes of this. Um, knowing that it's still there, it's still plowing along, and that there's a lot of good people out there that have probably had this too. But it was really nice to look forward to seeing you guys on streams and seeing what was going on, seeing other people doing well on some streams, or gotten out, keeping a streak alive or something like that, depending on whose stream we were on. But I've been wanting to do some streaming, and I have done a little bit of searching in this time too, just to, if anything, change up the day-to-day mundane, sitting around and feeling really run down. Tried to pick up some coins, and like the box that I hunted the Sunday where I was starting to feel bad, you could probably see me during that stream start to kind of erode. My health seemed to start eroding about that time. So I don't know. I haven't gone back to watch it to see if I can actually see that happening or not. It might be kind of a funny thing to go watch myself, but I guess it just, I hunted that box, and that was the last box that I've done. So it's been, close to 8 days since we hunted that box, and I'll be honest with you, just Friday and Saturday leading up to it, I just had zero energy. Sorry, Jolly Ranchers are a good thing. So I didn't really do any other hunting, but from that box, I usually, I didn't have my microscope available to me during that hunt. I have since found it, so we're good there. We can incorporate that back into the hunt next time. But now that I have that, I set aside all the, for those of you who know which ones to look for with half dollars, I set aside all the DDOs. Set aside all the DDO possibility ones for a second chance look. I really thought about jumping on here and doing some streaming while we looked at those. As it turns out, I didn't really find anything. It turned out to be an absolute 100% skunk box in every way. Makes me think maybe I missed something in my fuzzy brain state that I was in some days. But it was good to have that to do. Kind of make me feel like I'm, back doing some of the things that I would normally be doing during the week. So between doing that over the weekend and not streaming this weekend, gave me a chance to just continue to rest up. And finally today, I'd been able to get about a half day's worth of work in. Thursday and Friday, but it was really 2 hours here and an hour nap and then another hour, and then just back and forth between work and nap, because it just seemed like the littlest things were just wiping me out. And today I strung together 3 or 4 strong periods of work, put together almost a 10-hour day. So I felt really good. Almost feel human again. What is the poster behind your shoulder there? Are you talking this one? Over my left shoulder? Is that the one that you're asking about, American Eagle Hoarder? Not really a poster, but it's a sign. It's my alma mater. I actually went to 2 different colleges. I finished at Kansas State my last 3 years. Yeah, it's kind of one of those little canvas things on a wood frame that's lightweight and you can hang up. I'll tell you one thing. Give me a second. I'm going to step away. I'll bring something onto the screen. Never actually showed anybody this, but it's actually one of the favorite pictures that my wife has that I actually took the picture of. So hold on just a second. See if we can get this without a lot of glare. So apologize, you see some reflection there too. So that's a picture that I took of 6 pennies on a railroad track. I got my nose right down on the track, and boy, this was even before. It was like one of the early smartphones that could first take pictures, yeah, it turned out to be a decent picture. It's actually really low resolution for today's cameras, but these aren't just pennies on the track. These are pennies that we put on the track, and a train came by, and we were able to recover them. And so these are smashed pennies by a train on the same track that the train rolled down 5 minutes earlier. So, mushed, yep. So, that's kind of a favorite. I'm not a photographer by any means, but that was kind of a favorite of my wife's. Gosh, that picture is at least 20 years old now. So, hey, Pause Spare Time, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we were trying hard to recover. So far, so good. Nobody's had to go to the hospital or anything. Oldest son is kind of struggling to feel good and, kind of feel good about himself. So, not completely unexpected there, but appreciate your kind words and your support through the last week or so. Yeah, if I could find another rail close to me and take some pennies out there to have them smashed, that would be kind of a neat idea. Be kind of cool if we knew the train wasn't far enough in the distance to where we could get the train in the background. I don't think I'm quite that crazy or brave, but it would make an interesting photo. My oldest son is 18. He's really not into the hobby. Not much. I mean, I've given him a few little gifts here and there. With a couple coins that I get, but no, he's not really into stacking or anything. So Hey, Paul, if you're still here, check this picture out. Well, gotta get it figured out. Which way am I going with this? Okay. So, Paul, that is actually down in your neighborhood. Just after crossing the Missouri border into Arkansas, an old boss of mine, when we would make trips down to the Bentonville area for a project, we found a old highway that crossed a bridge, or a bridge crossing where a train passed underneath. And we would stop by the side of the road, run down to the railroad bed every time we'd make a trip and throw some change out there and see if we could find it on the way back or the next trip. Well, this time we set the pennies out there. I think we put like 8 of them out there and found 6 of them. And it turned out that as we were putting the last penny down, we heard the train. And so we scampered up the side of the embankment, watched the train roll by. And once it was done, we went immediately back down to see if we could recover any of the coins. And these are the ones we could. And I put them on the rail, got down close to the rail and took this picture. So, being in Northwest Arkansas the way you are, this always reminds me of the trips that we took down there about 20 years ago for some work. And I just thought, you're kind of down in that neighborhood, and I thought maybe that'd be kind of something interesting to you as well. So yes, I was kind of a coin nut even then. Yep. Well, if anybody wants to join in, I can always put the stream address in. Why don't I do that? All you have to do is click on that link and you can talk right to me. I don't know. I don't plan on being on too much longer, but it'd always be fun to chat directly with you guys too. Sorry, still working on this Jolly Rancher. I always like them when I end up doing a lot of talking. Yeah, you were really busy the other night. Hey, there's Eagle Hoarder.
Hello.
Hey there, how you doing? I see some tiger stripes. Or nope, there's the eagle.
Yeah, sorry. I got nothing really going on. Just kind of sitting here listening to your story, and I figure I've just put the eagle on there because nobody wants to see this ugly mug.
So I figure I'm taking a chance myself.
Yeah, I was commenting on blood type only because I heard a theory about it. Somebody said that O negative or positive are less susceptible, and anyone with A, B, or A and B are slightly more susceptible just in the way the blood works. So I was just curious if you were O or A or B or AB. If you knew. Some people know, some people don't.
It's kind of a funny little irony that, for my job, I get paid to be fairly critical. So I can almost be viewed as maybe being a little pessimistic or negative. So naturally, my blood type is B positive.
Okay. Because basically, I work for a window company where I knock door to door. So obviously, we got shut down for a good chunk. But I never caught COVID then. And then one of my buddies, who's AB something, he got COVID, and I went the day before he started showing symptoms and helped him move his whole apartment. The next day he called me and was like, "Hey man, how you feeling?" And I was like, "Fine. Why?" And then he's like, "I've got every symptom." I was like, "Ah, crap." But
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to never get it, but I'm O something. And my brother is in the Army right now. He's a medic, and he was telling me that about the blood. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Okay. I hadn't heard all that, but I guess it definitely stands to reason that just different makeup of our systems can fight it better than others. I mean, I think there's something to that because it seems like kids fight it a little better, and even having one of the two shots, I seem to be fighting through it a little better than the rest of my family who hasn't had any vaccines. So, I think there's definitely something to the chemical makeup that helps us in one way or another. So,
kind of like the movie I, Legend.
Thanks for stopping in. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was saying kind of like the movie I, Legend.
Mm-hmm.
With Will Smith.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that is for sure. Hopefully we don't get to that point, but I was always kind of telling people when this first started, and I was like, I know people are going to die, but we need to watch them. Make sure they don't reanimate because that was a virus too. I don't want to have to be killing people twice.
Yeah, after so long, people kind of wishing like, where are the zombies? I mean, come on now. It's one way or the other.
Yeah. I was never into that genre of show, but man, I think one of the first shows I watched was like World War Z or something, that Brad Pitt movie, and
that's a good one.
I was just at the end of that, I was like, I'm glad that's not real. But then I started watching like The Walking Dead afterward, and kind of got hooked into that. I live out on the west side of Kansas City, so we kind of have a wooded acreage that on this cul-de-sac that we're on. So when the little dog wants to go out and at 11 o'clock at night, and I've been watching that show, and the wind blows with the trees, and a couple creaks or snaps here and there, I'm like, come on, dog, pee fast. We got to go.
My backyard is pitch black, and all the way, it's 270 feet long, but it's only like 60 feet wide. Mm-hmm. Ever since I got this house or started living in it, I always watch zombie movies, and I could swear to God, something's going to come crawling through my backyard, running at me to the back door. I don't know why. I just always get that eerie feeling, and then I see deer go.
That's pretty much exactly where my head would let or where my brain would take my head. So that sounds a lot like, quite a bit lot about the size of our lots. I forget, it's maybe about 400 feet long and maybe 100 feet wide or something like that. But it's a nice acre. So I've wondered where in the world are you from?
I am in Ohio.
Okay.
Pretty close to Cleveland. Okay. And there are lots of deer that come across my yard. In fact, I was doing a video that I was going to put up for my other channel that I'm starting. And this was it. I was just doing a flower garden. And there's deer right there. Like, oh, hey. And it comes right up to me. So it was pretty fun.
Yes, that garden.
What's that?
Let's say, well, you got that garden. I mean, he's just kind of scoping it out.
Yeah, she's been eyeballing it. There was a buck, probably 6 or 8 pointer. It still had the fuzz on the fuzz on the antlers. Just bedded down, staring at my back door, like 2 days ago.
Nice. That's good stuff. Well, my brother-in-law loves to deer hunt, so he generally gets his limit each year and makes a lot of fun stuff out of the meat.
my stepfather has, my parents, 130 acres in West Virginia that they use for camping and hunting, and then they just bought a house with 12 or 14 acres that he's not going to let anyone hunt on except for himself. But the other properties, like, go ahead and have at it. Just make sure you're careful and all that. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Well, it's cool.
I've never gone deer hunting myself, but I plan to just because it's food.
Yeah, tasty. Got to bring them in from the cold every now and then. Warm them up. But
How's yours?
Oh, go ahead.
No.
Nope.
I was going to say, have you been able to order any boxes in your area? Because mine, they have. They called me the other day. My main bank that was giving me the double stack boxes.
Mm-hmm.
They told me. We're on hold. We can't get anything. So I went down from 16 to 4 to 0.
Yeah, so far I haven't had too much problem. The biggest problem I've had with my bank, and admittedly, I run a pretty small operation, like a box a week. So I'm not that big of a nuisance to them, and I don't, have too much. I guess all the eggs are in one box. So if it doesn't come in, then I'm kind of out of luck. But I'm okay with that because I'm not running, thousands of dollars a week, through that. But no, the only thing that I've really had a problem with was when they changed providers. I think they were Brinks was providing them, and then they switched to Garda, and Garda's been kind of hit and miss on reliability. It's really been kind of disappointing to see that, because there's some weeks they just don't even show up. And luckily they had brought one too many boxes the week before, so they still had one for me at the bank, and I didn't miss a beat. But I told my bank this week, it's like, look, I'm not going to be able to come in and get it. Go ahead and order it, and let's have one in reserve just in case. And I simply did not come back and check with them to see if they had received it or not. But I definitely will be checking in on them tomorrow, make sure that at least an order got in this week. But it's been pretty good. It's maybe a little bit ironic. The bank that I've been with the shortest amount of time is the one that'll get me stuff. The one that I've been with for 30 years, I can't get anything from them. So they are my dump bank.
Yeah, my dump bank dumped me. I closed my account. I'm turning my sound down because it's echoing pretty bad. They call me and said, well, we can't handle this. You're doing 18 boxes worth a week. We can't handle it. I was like, well, what can you handle? They're like, none. I was like, you can't tell me you guys can't take any boxes. Nope, we can't do it anymore. And I said, well, what about just having the account to save or to use it as a regular checking? Well, that we can do. And they still close it. I'm like, I'm just going to go to another branch and open it again. I'll just go to another branch. And if they try and shut it down, I'll just go to another branch. And I'll just keep messing with them until they put my name on blacklist. Which I don't think they can legally do, but it'll be funny to hear them calling me all the time. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm just.
It was interesting that seemed to be a kind of the topic with Rob and Raven and Seeker earlier tonight on their little Q&A show they do every other Monday about how to get started and kind of have that initial discussion with the banks and just the kind of the ins and outs of dealing with banks. And that's definitely been an education in the last year for sure. I kind of feel like I got a little bit lucky. I didn't have to work too hard, but there's a bank that I still have an account with that I could go get rolls from, and I do every once in a while, but I don't get boxes. I'll just get whatever loose rolls they might have. And I've figured out which young guy drives which car. And so if I drive by and I see that he's there, then I'll definitely go through the drive-through if I've got, spare $100 or something like that to pick something off. Usually it's like quarters or something, and I've had good luck with them. But yeah, they have been a little more of the, well, we have to charge you for every box and for returning and things like that. So I'm just like, no, I'll find another way to make this happen. They're always there if I run out of other options, but as long as I can spot that guy's car out front, I feel comfortable going in and knowing that, the bank manager isn't going to be the one, helping me with the drive-through. It's going to be this guy that is always willing to help me.
Yeah.
So I got to do my recon.
There's one bank left that I can order Loomis boxes from, and that's in, I think it's like drive time 25 minutes away. Had traffic. And he's like, yeah, as long as you bring us back 2 boxes, we can send them out. So if you want to order one, just hold it till you order the second one, then bring both of them back at the same time. I was like, all right, I can do that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and do that for a little while, even though Loomis boxes have been absolutely clear compared to the double stacks. I have found some, like a small collection of 90 Kennedys. That were in like primo shape. And other than that, I found I think that's it. Like maybe a couple 40s, like singles, or maybe 3 in a box. But out of the black boxes so far, my biggest is 103 40s and like 3 90s.
Well,
like I was,
pretty sweet. That's a pretty good feeling when you find those, and pretty awesome if you find them for yourself. And I'm still happy to do that for anybody that's donated for them on a stream or something like that. That's the one and only time I've run into kind of a big stash like that. And I think it was March 28th. I'm probably about my 4th or 5th stream, and the first time that I think I'd ever like sold out an entire box. I think it was Walker Magnet, which I'm sure you've seen him on different streams or maybe even your own. That I think he picked up the first 30 rolls, and then before we got started, he said, I'll go ahead and get the other 20 since nobody's got them. And boy, what a good decision, because it was just roll after roll. That incredible high that you get on it, going from roll to roll and saying, well, how many rolls don't have something in it? And I just amazing things, like finding 6 of them in one roll. Or there, I remember at least one roll that we found Walker, Benjamin, 40% Kennedy and a 90% Kennedy, all in the same roll. It was like, that's a dream roll. We ended up out of 72 silvers, 40 of them were 90s. So Walker did very well that night, and I'm just like, why can't this be mine?
Oh, geez. Are you talking about it? I stepped away to grab these because I wanted to tell you a story about them. But was that a donator then?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was a donated box or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God, that was probably a bittersweet day there. Like, happy for them, but also kind of jealous you didn't get them for yourself. Like, dang it. I love it. It's a love-hate thing. It's such an awkward feel. Now, I won't say awkward.
Yep.
It's just an odd feeling, I'll say. It's like, yay, but dang it. And
it forces you to be as professional as you can doing this. Because there's definitely that whole, man, I wish I could just like call time out and say, your cap is 20. The rest of these are mine, or something like that.
Yeah,
but it was a lot of fun. I mean, I couldn't believe, so few boxes into the whole streaming experience, and here I'm finding one of these that I only saw other people, get, and to be that heavy with like 90s. I mean, gosh, it's out there. I mean, from March 28th, if anybody watching wants to go see it, I mean, you'll just
I'll definitely
see
go check it out.
dumbfounded.
If you have a second, throw that link up in the chat so people can click on it.
Yeah, I could go out and take a look at that. Looks like you've got something there.
Yeah, basically, I was telling a while back on one of my streams, I found these at Huntington. They're the full, not the skinny ones, not the $10 ones. And I decided, I had seen on our RFT, he had found $20. Now these are newer, but he had found old ones that somebody had done this to it.
Oh wow!
They put 69, 64, 65, whatever, and filled them up. And when I found these, I'm like, that's my goal. So as you can tell from this one I plan on filling it up with 69s. This one I plan on filling it with 65s. Now there's a reason I only brought these two out, because I was able to do it with 66s, and then I was also able to do it with 64s.
Oh, wow.
But the kicker was, one of my best donators helped me finish this one off. We made a trade / like with hunting and some other things. He had a whole bunch of really nice 64s, 66s. These are the only 2 years I need to, well, let me reach further. These are the only two I got to finish. I've got everything else, 66, 7, 8, and 4. But all of these, I thought, like, I wanted to get really nice ones. So I tried to find the best ones I could, so that they were almost brand new looking, just to add to my collection. Hopefully my kids don't throw them in the bank. I think I will come back from the dead if that happens. Because there's that link.
Yeah,
like, I went and grabbed the nicest one. The nicest ones I could find to make the rolls, with the least amount of dirt or the least amount of edge dirt, whatever. It's definitely something fun to do.
Yeah.
So if you ever need any of these, let me know.
Okay.
I'll toss you a couple, like, no problem. And
all right.
Because I bought, oh God, hold on a second. You got to see this. I reorganized my entire office, and I kind of almost forget where I put things.
Oh, wow.
I have a few.
Just a few.
Just a few. Oh, and what's funny is that number, and that's why I left it there. Maybe you guys can figure something out, but I called this number. They do not, the lady on the phone says, I've been here 10 years, and I can't find them on our computer. I think these have been left over from years ago. But the bank I got them from says all they can order is these. Hence for all those. And they said they would trade me the small ones for these because they hate these. So
interesting.
For future reference, I have the hookup on these long. So much easier to store, to fill, to count.
Yeah. Those hold, okay, like it says there, those hold the 20s. I've only seen a few of those in different, auctions or I think any of them that I had seen maybe had been like in Las Vegas too, where they used a lot of those in the past.
Yeah, they hold on to a lot more money.
Yeah.
Oh, and my one donator is from Vegas, ironically, and he said they're paying more for coins there for silver for 90s and whatnot and 40s than anywhere over here. They're paying $2 more over there. So I'm like, I need to take mine over there. I need to take a vacation and go sell them all over there.
Yeah. Yeah, no joke. Yeah,
Uh,
I actually I've got a nice little hookup for you over there. It's a little store, um, kind of north central Vegas. I think it goes by the name Archangel Coins. Good little shop. I had I was just in there looking around. I actually end up buying the only half dime that I own there, but and I probably hung out the last hour or so that they were open. But a guy that knew Steve Wynn, Wynn on the side of the buildings.
mm-hmm.
Uh, he came in, older gentleman, and he was looking to sell it. Trying to remember the exact count. I think there was at least 14, if not maybe 16 trade and seated Liberty dollars. And it was just stunning to see the age and the quality of coins that this guy had. And they weren't encapsulated. They were just like in one of those nice black felt, display trays. And, just in awe of it. And I think the guy ended up walking out of there with something close to like $6,000 or $7,000 of value on these things. And the hardest part was he had his money in his hand and he just couldn't leave the store. They obviously meant too much to him to walk away from so easily. And it was just really a quite an experience I didn't expect to have in that store. To see
cool.
him part with it so painfully, but he did. And after he left, they allowed me to kind of look at him, and I'm just kind of like, God, that would be hard to walk away from, because they were beautiful. I mean, you just don't see too many trade dollars in fantastic shape.
Well, there's an old one.
Yeah.
Little beat.
Yeah. That one has a few more miles on it than these.
Yeah, just one or two. That's okay.
Yeah.
He's still sitting.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't. Somebody tried to tell me this was fake. I'm like, why? Why would someone wear one down this bad?
Yeah.
It wouldn't I was like, no one would do that. That's ridiculous. They want more detail, enough detail that they would get like hundreds of dollars, not 10. But
yeah.
And when you said seated Liberty, I'm like, I got one of those.
Yeah. Well, I got a seated half, but not a seated dollar yet. I haven't quite worked backwards past the Morgans yet, but it's
have you found any barbers?
Any barbers?
Barber halves. Sorry.
Barber halves. I've not found any hunting.
I haven't either. Walkers is the oldest I've found so far.
Yeah. That I forget what year the oldest walker I pulled out of that big stash was, but it was probably in 35 or something like that. So, looks like Southern Metal. He wears down all his fakes, so maybe you got one of his.
Dang it, Southern! I knew it.
Come on up, Southern. You can chit chat with us. So, but that's some good stuff.
I forgot to click on that so that let me back that up. I didn't right click it and open in a new tab. That way I can pause it.
Yeah. But no, Southern asks, what's going on? You know what? I'm just feeling good enough after the last week of fighting COVID that I wanted to spend a little time just chit-chatting with people. And looks like American Eagle Hoarder was nice enough to come up and join me in a little bit of chat. And it's been good. I definitely like what StreamYard does to kind of make this possible. So it's kind kind of a new one for me, but it's turning out to be pretty beneficial. Talking with different people and just getting to know everybody. It's like another Zoom meeting for work or something, only more fun.
I just clicked on that video of yours, and the very first 3 rolls you put in front of your coin cam, there's an ender. I can see it clear as day. I'm like, that's going to be a good box. That's how you know. Well,
yeah,
it's at least not a blanker, not a blank box.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, I believe there were 6 or 7 enders in total because, I didn't necessarily go through and check all the enders. That was when I was getting those double stacked boxes, like you were saying. So it was just a little cumbersome to drag them all out and then have to turn over the bottom row. It got off to a pretty fun start, and that early in doing streams, I certainly didn't have an appreciation for what that many enders might mean. Just I was happy to see them, and not necessarily anticipating what was to come. But a couple rolls in, and I don't know. I think sometimes I'm a little too laid back because it almost sounds like I'm forcing the enthusiasm, but I think I loosen up after a few rolls.
For those of you who haven't clicked on the video, there's a good indication of why you should click on that video.
Yes.
Oh man, that's the best feeling in the world. I love hunting just for that rush. They're like, and like I got to add voice mod to it and go all nuts with it.
Yeah. I tell you, the week that we went to camp, I had gotten a box, and I wasn't going to be around over the weekend to do the normal stream. So I kind of thought, well, I could do one on Friday night after Rob, or I could just open it for myself. And so I decided to open it for myself. And first roll, silver. And I'm thinking, oh boy, here we go. And there was nothing after that.
Hey,
so like, oh, what a tease!
Better than none.
I'll take it. You bet.
I had one that was an ender.
It was absolutely nothing.
I had one that was an ender, just like the one I just your video here. It was upside down, eagle out. I know some people probably want to choke me for saying eagle out instead of reverse out, but
oh well.
Only one in the whole box. And I'm like, okay, that sucked. But then the very last box of that week, I got, I think, 3 90s in one box. So I made up for it by far.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Now, I got a question because I see 2 images. On my bottom left of my StreamYard, it shows my eagle, but it shows all of the eagle. Like, can you see my hand right now?
Not on the primary feed, but on my setup down below, yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering which one that I assume that people see. Well, I can't exactly point to it, but the one where it's cut off at the beak.
Right. Yep. That's what I believe that's what they'd be seeing it. Yep.
Okay. I'm not super familiar with StreamYard yet. Like I have done my own streams on there, but nobody's joined in. So I have no idea what happens after somebody clicks on it. Like how you got mine to the right of you or left of you, however you see it.
Yeah. So on mine, you could probably see a light over my left shoulder. I'll
I see
show
live
you.
over the other shoulder.
Don't see it right. Yeah, you don't see it right now, but now you do.
No, I see that live counting up the whole time.
Oh, the light, the hallway light behind me.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, I thought you said live, like the counter.
Yeah.
No, the light is gone. I see me now.
Yep. And then
it squishes you.
Yep.
It takes out that photo to your right and the light to your left.
Now there's a perspective where we see both. a
Well,
little
that's kind
better.
of neat
So,
because it gives you a little background, and it's got a wider view. That's
Yeah.
I would go with that one because it gives you the whole view, not just of me, but I mean like on your screen, it's the same thing. You get a nice just a wider view.
Yep.
And it's not so like, I guess you could say for you, it's not like in your face. You know what I mean? Like it's not. Oh,
Yeah.
Just knocked that all out.
Well, we're all learning on this stuff.
Oh yeah, I've been dying. At first, I had my nephew helping me get my stream set up,
Mhm.
figuring out how to do all this because he's 19. He knows that crap. I don't know any of it.
Oh yeah.
And I grew up on computers building them. Yet I still had to ask him because he was using this computer behind me. And if you notice, there's a Stream Deck. I mean, now it's set up for my stream. But I was letting him use this one so he could figure it out and then help me on this one.
Yeah.
It worked out well. So if you have, like you said, you have an 18-year-old, you can't figure it out, throw him in front of the screen, be like, here's $10, figure it out. I'll be back.
Yeah. Yep. That's I always try to have a teenager handy, and if having 4 kids, I'm a couple years away from having a third teenager, so there's no shortage of experts or people to tell me how much I don't know in the house. So we're doing good. But one of them was actually the guy that helped me create the channel sticker.
Well, I got to show you something.
Cool. Oh, get your sticker wall. There it is.
So if anyone's watching, I need more stickers. This door is not covered. This is a problem here. I think who was it? Sir Benji has a thing behind him that he's got covered in stickers. And now that I'm thinking about it, did you ever get any of my stickers there, Copper?
I don't think I had.
They're teeny, but
I'm thinking maybe I had won something on your channel before. I don't think I'd seen it, but I was anticipating getting a couple stickers from it. I think it was like an ounce of silver.
Dude, you're the person.
Yeah.
It's sitting right here. I couldn't remember who the hell won it. So that's why you didn't get it. And you did. You asked for a cutout. Thank you. Good Lord.
All right.
So now we got that mystery solved. I've been wondering who the heck won this ounce, and I couldn't find the I kind of deleted some old streams, clearing up my some of my what I don't like in some of my streams. I just delete them. And I was like, who won this? And it's just been sitting here. So thank you.
I wondered if I hadn't. I couldn't remember if it was maybe you or Mad Stacker or somebody like that, but I couldn't recall exactly who it was. But once you showed those stickers, that brought it back, and I was like, that might be me.
Do me a favor, if you would, email me real fast your shipping address or PO box or whatever. I can
do that
because
I'm going to open it up right now. Yeah, I thought maybe I'd forgotten to email or something. So
there you go.
Oh,
I've been like, because I mentioned it in a couple streams ago. I was like, if the person that won doesn't come back, I'm going to have to put these back in, I'll say circulation, even though I'm not talking about taking them to the bank.
Sure.
I'm like, I couldn't figure out who the heck won it.
Well, I'm glad that this has worked out beautifully then.
And then I'm throwing you also a little it says Haley, as in Haley's Comet, hence for the comment on the back.
Cool.
It's supposed to be silver plated and gold plated. There was a whole bunch of them, but I've been giving them away because as far as the plating goes, I don't know what that would be worth, but they're kind of cool looking coins. They're about the size of a peace dollar. Maybe a little
cool.
Smaller.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They're just something fun to display or give away or something. I don't know. For me, they're good giveaway things.
You bet. Oh, I appreciate that. What is your email?
Oh, I will put it in chat so you can just copy it.
Sure.
Oh, you know what? Here.
While you're doing that, I'll
In the,
looks like
StreamYard chat.
yeah. I was gonna say hi to Jim Cantor and Southern Metal and Hillbilly Ninja that had been viewing for a little while while we've been chatting. So okay, there we go. That one doesn't look familiar to me, so there's a good chance that I did not email you to do anything about that. Let me get the address type punched in here. All right, should be on its way. That is cool. Well, I'm glad we did this then. That closes the gap for you and resolves the thought that's been lingering in the back of my head. I was like, I think I was supposed to get something, but I don't know from who. So looks like Copper, or it looks like Southern Metal say, if you want to get to 1,000 subs, I can tell you to do that. It'll cost some dollars, but we're able to get to 1,000 fairly quickly.
Email me
well
address. Hold on one second. I'm going to.
Oh, you bet.
I can just post it on here because I have a PO box. So, 3. I want to show you a fake ASE that I got.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, I bought it on purpose just to see how bad the. There you go. Southern, if you hear me, I'm sure you do. I just posted my PO box for you. But anyway, this is a real one. This is the real deal here. It's a 99, very nice and shiny and whatnot. Now, the first thing most people notice is the text is off, like the font. But I'm going to try and hold this as still as I can. My computer will. Come on. What's going on? There we go. Dang it. Now, what do you see wrong? It's very obvious.
Yeah. It definitely has a different color to it, but we know that's not the only thing that could be different. And
should I point at it?
Oh, give me one more second before I do it. I don't see the Chinese writing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, there's something about the Lady Liberty there that I can't quite pin it down, but something looks a little different. Okay. It just looks like it. I mean, if it's toned, it's toned too well. I mean, it's too even.
It's like a goldish
coating,
and that's obviously it was supposed to be like gold plated, whatever.
Yeah,
that's not gold. I would say bronzing or not even copper, more like Hillbilly got it.
Yeah.
There's missing sunbeam.
Missing the beams. Okay.
Right there. Big honk and missing beam. That was the first thing I was like, wait a minute. There's a whole beam missing through the right by the L.
Yeah, there it is. Yep. I was looking at the roundness of the sun. It looked flat. Almost. Yeah. It looked like maybe the sun was a little bit different itself, but now that you mentioned the beam, there it is, clear as day. Yeah.
But yeah, that was I saw that and I laughed so hard. And then the last thing, obviously, is the sound, but then the thickness.
Sure.
I don't know. I only mention it because I wanted people to notice that keep an eye out for stupid little errors like that. That might save you some money down the road. Now, don't ever accept Eagles in this color.
Yeah, I like them a little more shiny, and then that makes it even more, got to be on our toes. So, missing the beams. Yep.
Let's see here. What's these stickers are on the way? Thank you, Southern.
God, now I'm going to go look at my one and only Eagle and make sure.
And if you need more,
it's a graded one. So,
oh, what's it graded?
I don't know. I got it right here. I can take a look.
69.
Looks like it's a 70.
Oh.
So, 2009.
Well, tomorrow the post office opens at 9. My P.O. box is on the chat. I just so happen to be one of these guys.
One of those guys, huh? Well, I don't know.
Only
Might
one
be
Eagle?
That's all I've got right now, yep. I did buy another one, but it was I got one for my son for his work on that. So he was kind of like
You gave him one for the sticker work,
for
labor?
helping me with the sticker, yeah.
What year?
So,
wait, which son? The eldest or
number 2, the 14-year-old, now 15.
You don't call him number 2, do you?
Nope.
Number 1, number 2.
Yep. No. I don't know. I was just kind of looking for something cool to do, and I thought, that would be something that really tells him that how much I appreciated his help with it, because he's definitely got an artistic bug in him and has the software tools to do a lot of the editing that was needed to make that happen. So and I know he was doing a lot of it as he was finishing the school year and stuff. So I thought it would be a nice way to show him that his time is worth something, and that I hope to spread that sticker around, and why not reward him handsomely.
What year is that that Eagle you have right now?
It's an 09.
Shoot. Okay.
Already got that one?
No, actually, I have no 09s.
Oh, really?
I actually no, I have one. I bought a monster box, or built a monster box, I should say, because my dad left me a whole bunch of tubes. And then I started buying more to fill it, to make a monster box, like my own. And 09 is one that's not in that box. Like, I don't have a tube of them. I only have one single coin because I made a set of every year. But I never got a tube of 09s. Like, there's many years I don't have, but
yeah. I think that one is I think it's just a Philly. There's no mark. So, well, since you were mentioning Vegas earlier, that's one of my pride and joys from Las Vegas. Actually, the Pawn Stars pawn shop. They just happened to have some actual coins in there. The last couple times I was there, they didn't. So this is a couple years ago. 1852 3-cent silver, graded at XF40. So that was first time I'd ever laid eyes on a Trime, and I don't know that this is going to focus real well, but it was pretty cool to pick up, learn a little bit about tiny silver. So,
Hold on 1 second. Dang it, I missed it. I stepped out of the room for a second.
Oh, not a problem. I was just showing off one of my little pride and joys from Las Vegas.
That's
Got
pretty
a
sweet. 1852. The 3 center?
3 cent silver. Yep. Graded out at XF40. So
my dad had some of those.
I went and got that. Wasn't expecting to get that, but I got that from Gold and Silver Pawn Shop out there, the Pawn Stars show.
Okay.
I figured I'm paying a little bit of a premium for it, but it comes with a fun story.
How much is that valued at?
Give or take. I think it's about 90 right now. So I think it's gone up about $10 since I bought it.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. And they like to haggle you down when they're buying stuff, but man, when they're selling this stuff, I mean, they make every penny of what Red Book says, and we all know that that's not really the way it's supposed to be. So I had half a mind to pull it up on the PC on the NGC site, which of course it's graded by them, and show them and it's like, hey, you might want to do what's listed here, but look at these auctions here, and yeah, you're gouging me, by at least $15. So, oh well, I got the fun story of getting it at the pawn shop. Come on, Will, you need more. I think Southern Metal's trying to goad you.
Let's see here. Sticker. Oh, I bought a bunch of Eagles back in December 2019, just as I was getting started. I had a coupon. Bought 2 tubes for $18. I should have bought more. $18 each. First off, it's hoarded without the A. Second, I just said I built a monster box. I didn't say I only had a monster box. Ha, ha, ha.
So, that's good stuff. I take it you and Southern probably know each other from at least a while. Uh-oh, here they come.
This is one of the beginning of one, 87 to 20. I think this stops at 2020 right now because I haven't gotten a 2021 to put in it yet. I have a 2021. I just haven't put it in there. Yeah, 2020. That's one of these. Now, I don't remember where I got this box, but I got it from eBay. And then when I wanted to buy another one, I bought the wrong box. This is for American Eagles, but then there's another one that's bigger for like anything that's bigger, maybe 2-ounce coins or something, and I bought the wrong box. But that's just a little bit of them. Southern, just everyone. I heard, who was it? Sir Benji calls me Eagle Holder.
Oh, I hadn't heard that one.
I've been in Southern Metal stream more than twice.
Yeah.
And then they're like 20, 30 times. He just doesn't know because I'm doing the lurky eyeballs.
Lurky thing. Yep.
Who's all in here? How many people is it? It says 6 are watching.
It says
Billy
6.
Ninja's talking. That's 4. Patrick said hi. That's 5.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out if I can see all that on here.
Well, if you click participants, it only shows 3 people chatting. But Jim Cantor, how you doing? By the way, I didn't see he said hi to me.
Yeah.
Way. You can take all the rain, Jim Cantor. Blood here.
Let's see. Now we're up to 8. I mean, goodness, we're doing better after midnight than we were before.
See the size difference.
You're an hour ahead of me too, aren't you? I think this might explain why I took on the name Owl.
Night Owl.
That's right. Well, when I first started streaming, I had heard that Big Mill was going to be taking a little break, and that maybe I would try to slip in and just hold his spot down for a while. And so my original intent was to kind of name my stream Night Owl, but I kind of thought better of that, and I don't know. There was like some general confusion, and it's like I was almost pissing off the wrong people or something. So I'm just like, you know what? That's not worth it. I'm just going to find a different time slot. I mean, as it turns out, nobody was upset. It was just kind of like, you do something well-intentioned, and then it kind of feels like there's a rub, and nobody says anything. And so the less that gets said, the more it kind of feels like maybe now I'm getting the silent treatment or something. So in the end, I had built it all up in my own head, but it kind of drove me to doing things on a Sunday. So we'll see what I do on a NFL Sunday. I'm definitely going to be watching my Chiefs, but I might be watching it on my big screen right there instead of right here. Looks like Ant Orta joined us. 30-minute lunch break. He's joining us. I have never met Ant Orta, but thanks for showing up and stopping in. And Silver Clan looks like another person who's joined in, if he's still here. Hello. Yeah, Southern Metal. That's exactly what I ended up doing, was just deciding that there's so many people, and admittedly, far more established people out here doing this. And, I was, dipping my toe in the waters here. I'd trying to be a nice guy and not disrupt things too much. But the way I'm noticing how this all works now, several months into it, is, it's a big enough ocean for everybody. So, maybe I'll stick with a Sunday afternoon. Maybe I'll switch it to another time. But, honestly, it seemed like Sunday afternoon was like the only time that really was working for my schedule too, because, with 4 kids, any weeknight was just an impossibility. So that really kind of left me with the weekends, and I didn't really want to give up my Saturday. So here we are on Sunday. Yep, that's exactly right. Lots of other options, and so, oh well, I didn't go into this with any goals or dreams of doing anything that was too extravagant. So I figured let's just go and see what we can do, and if people like it, I'll let that dictate how much bigger it gets and how much we grow it and things like that. But I've kind of learned to be a little bit more myself on here too, so I figured that was important. So let's see, show my 3.3 1/4 ounce silver walnut. Tell them they can kiss my silver nut.
Sorry, I stepped out of the room for a second.
No, that's good.
So this is my latest little pickup.
Okay.
Hold on. You're going to laugh at this. First off, they're so teeny, because there's my thumb.
Yeah. What on earth we have here? Is that the those little 1/4 ounce silvers?
10th ounce.
10th ounce, okay.
Right?
Neat. Yeah.
Look at how sweet and cute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They're little baby ASEs.
Nice. Very nice.
They're so teeny.
I think I won something that small on pause. In fact, I've got my book here. I'll have to pull it out and see if it was a mini ASE or a mini walker.
How's that, Southern? Can't be a hoarder. I know these aren't ASEs, obviously, but I'm gonna call them mini me's or mini C's, whatever.
Babies. Yeah, baby eagles.
Yeah, I bought 25, I think. I wanted a full tube, but I didn't have enough to buy a full tube, so I got to keep buying some more to fill up whatever size tubes. Yep.
That's mine, but it's a walker instead of a.
Oh no, these are. Well, it's the same, basically the same image.
Right. Yeah. The obverse certainly is, but it's got the eagle of the walker on the back.
It's not the same as this. I could have sworn it.
Oh yeah. Okay, it is. Yep.
It's just facing the opposite way of an actual walker, because a walker is facing that way. This one's facing this way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. It's the same thing then. So yeah, those are pretty cool. I haven't really found anybody that's got. Do you just find someplace online and order them, or you got somebody local?
Everyday Opportunity was selling them on a trade day thing, so I bought them up from him. Yeah, he was doing a good deal on them, and I snagged them up because I'm a huge fan of the. To me, they look like mini ASEs.
They're nice little giveaway things too.
Yeah, there's that too. I might give away 5 of them and keep 20 for myself.
Oh, don't cheat yourself.
Well, if I give away 6, then I'm cheating myself. No, I just figure 10 for each of my kids. Since I have 2 kids, if I keep them forever, they'll each get 10, and they can if they have kids.
Yeah. There's one of the first things I won from Big Mill, or really from anybody, but it was from Big Mill at the
Zombucks.
Yes.
I want that whole set, but I'm not paying $250 for it. I might.
I understand.
But not now.
Yeah. That was a fun one. So this will probably be hard to see, but this is actually this will be a little crazy to say, but my wife, without knowing what to get me for our 25th anniversary last month, she while I was on a business trip, she ended up getting me Tin Pfennig, Third Reich Tin Pfennig. Nah, it's not going to show up.
I thought you were going to show me an empty coin flip. Like, here, honey, and then nothing in it. Like, it's an invisible coin.
No, I'm sure she'd appreciate the value on that a little better, but no, it's I think most of us probably don't have any problem holding something with a Nazi swastika on it, but I don't pretend that everybody's going to not have a problem with it, but I like the history of things. So
somewhere they're at my brother's house, but we have 4 or 5 German silver coins from the World War II era. I don't call them Nazi coins. I just call them World War II coins, because calling them a Nazi coin, I think is just adding to like the way people perceive them. If you say Nazi, they think World War II, Auschwitz, and all the bad stuff that happened then. But if you say World War II silver, it doesn't have the same stigma, I guess. I think stigma is the word I'm looking for. But there's 3 or 4 that are in the collection. I just have to figure out their worth and then see, and then we're supposed to divide them between the 3 of us. I'm probably going to end up buying them from or at least 1/3 of them. So I'll probably end up with them. when I do, I'll be showing them off because I like them. I think they're kick butt. Aside from that, I'm actually German descent or by descent.
Right.
So for me, it's just,
Yeah.
I'm not saying Nazi, just German.
Right.
Don't
I got it.
confuse me now.
No. Oh, my heritage is fairly simple and clear, and if all the pieces were together, 70 plus years ago, there'd be a little bit of a war inside of me because half German, quarter Dutch, quarter Pole, and I carry the Dutch name, so in my last name, so the Dutch and the Germans and the Poles didn't get along so well about 70 plus years ago, so I'm not sure how it all got together. It must have been post-war.
My grandfather was Polish, but he spoke German, which obviously Poland and Germany were pretty close, if not shared soil.
A lot of interesting history back then. I love those shows that go back through that area of the world and do some archival digging and things like that. Just amazing what they find. So, well, I'm gonna probably look to call tonight because I do have to get up in the morning and watch a factory test virtually.
I picked this up, even though it's fake. It says German silver. It's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the point. It's faker than all heck. But if you look close, it's not a swastika.
Yeah.
It's an iron cross.
Iron
just
cross.
like that. Yeah. I just like the eagle. I always thought the way the eagle was, but then again, I'm a huge fan of eagles. So even with or without the swastika, I always love this design. I just thought it was very strong.
Oh yes, that they did. If they learned anything, it was how to project strength. So, but yeah. Oh, Patrick. Yeah, I'd love to get some Confederate currency as well. That Civil War is one of my favorite time periods ever. So, well, guys, I'm probably at least an hour longer than I thought I was going to be, but it has been great talking with everybody, and especially, there's Zach Lane. He's just getting here as we're probably wrapping up, but it's been great talking with you.
He does that on my streams too.
He's just got a clock watching us.
Wrap this up. Hey.
Yeah. Well, Zach, please join us another time when we go unannounced, and who knows who'll be chatting at that one. But I appreciate you coming up and just chit chatting a little bit and sharing some coins back and forth. It's been really good, and hopefully the rest of that March 28th video will be fun to see the rest of the silver show up.
You ready for it?
Sure.
Oh, it wasn't loud enough. Hold on.
Nice.
You got a little soundboard there, huh?
It's a work in progress. It actually just brings up the web page on YouTube for that guy to say that. I need to find a website that has the sounds I want. So whenever I find a 40 or a 90, I can noise.
I'm definitely I'm looking to add a little bit of that character to mine as well. Hoping that I can just program maybe like a shortcut or something with keystroke, but sounds like that would be a better idea there.
Get yourself one of these. It's a Stream Deck from Elgato. They make them in like this many buttons. Like a mini is like this big. A regular size is this big, and this is the Stream Deck XL, the extra large one. They're like $250, but you can program it to do all kinds of. Oops. I hit the wrong button. All kinds of stuff. Plus, you can have folders within folders to do different stuff. You can have
Oh,
like
neat.
if you, must have for any streamer. Like all these buttons. I think I pressed the wrong one. These are for OBS, Streamlabs OBS. These are for OBS Studio, as you can see the logo. This is, you can put moving images for like your GIFs. For like, this was going to be my giveaways, and it's actually it's like Chris Farley doing some skit, just goofy thing. It's a must. Like, and as you can see, I haven't even used up all the. I think I just clicked on something. Yeah, I did. I haven't even used up all my buttons. You can see there's a whole bunch still not even lit up. So, and you get them at Best Buy or like a Micro Center.
Okay. Yeah, I got a Micro Center near me. Who you say made that?
Elgato, Elgato.
Elgato, the cat.
I wonder if it's got the name on it. And this whole thing pops off. It's like a magnetic base, so you can set it down or put it on the base. I like it on the base.
All right. Looks like I've had a request for that Epic Stream again, so let me hunt that down.
Yeah, I got that queued up, ready to watch it. I'll probably watch it tomorrow myself.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, anytime there's huge silver dumps like that, I'm all for watching them. I don't know if I'm going to watch the full 3-hour video, but
It's mildly ridiculous that it took me 3 hours to go through a box, but when you get one like that, it's like, why rush it?
you got to talk about each coin. You got at least 3 minutes per coin.
Absolutely. Especially when you're new and you don't know what you're doing, it's like, you do tend to linger on that. And
you've seen I did a 12-hour stream, right?
I know that they're out there, but I didn't know that you had done one.
Yep, I'm working. Next one, I'm gonna do a 24-hour stream. I've got to wait till I got like 20 boxes for that day.
Wow.
And I might do like a ridiculous, something like $75 a box, like Manstacker does, and just nonstop until it's done.
Yeah.
And see what happens, and then at the end of it, maybe do an auction or something crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know, or even just like a 24-hour stream. A lot of people do it. It's just rough.
Yeah. Oh, I imagine. That one I did not this last weekend, but the weekend before when I started coming down with this. I mean, even that hour and a half, 2 hours of not, and I didn't even have my microscope with me to look at things any closer, take a little time every now and then to do that. So it went a little quicker, but man, I was coming down with this, and just by the end of it, I was ready to just crawl somewhere, not on camera. So, but yeah, if you get that set up, give me a heads up in like an email or something, and I'll jump in on that.
Sundays, I don't know if you do. Have you ever been in on trade days?
I've stopped in. I think I picked up. Actually, I forget. I think it was D. Reese or something that was on trade day this last weekend, and I picked
I'm not
off.
familiar with that name.
Yeah, it's not somebody I've known real well either, but he had like the special mint sets from 65, 66, and 67 for like $35 shipped, and I'm like, I'm all over that.
3?
Yep.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
No, I thought I looked it up real quick, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing all right there.
Well, Sundays, I don't know if you're up for it, but Sundays I want to do a trade day kind of thing off of StreamYard, because everyone can join in, and that I feel like is far better. Plus, people can literally trade by selling and then buying, and then or even just offer trading. I'll send you this, you pay for shipping or whatever. So I do mine on Sundays. I don't know if you do any of that on Sundays, but if you do, or if you want to join in, just, look
Yeah.
for me there. Normally
Yeah.
I start around 12 my time, which is Ohio time.
Okay.
Between
So
12 and
you're
I'd
on
say
about
2.
an hour. Yeah.
Depends on
Sounds
what
like
time I
you're
get
on
out
about
of
an hour
town.
before I normally start.
Hmm.
So I usually run mine at about 2 and usually goes about 2 hours. I need to pick up the pace, but that'll come.
God, that turned me blue.
So,
But yeah, but thanks for having me tonight.
Oh, you
I
bet, man.
definitely enjoyed chatting with you. I hope you
too.
feel better. Obviously, you sound like you've gotten better just over this past hour.
Yeah, I think 7 o'clock will be coming and saying, "What the hell were you thinking, dude?" But that's okay.
Oh yeah, I got 8 o'clock for me.
Yep. So, but no, it was good. Always enjoy doing this and getting to meet a few other people. Talk a little bit differently than we do on the chats and stuff like that. So we'll definitely do it again sometime.
All right. Yeah, definitely. And hi, Aunt Orda. I just noticed your name in the chat there.
Yeah. Well, somebody, who was it? They were telling me the Hillbilly. Or somebody was telling me Aunt Order's a good guy. So
Yeah, he's
I just
been in
met
my or she. I think it's a guy.
Oh,
I don't
she?
They
Sorry if we're
have
getting
been
it wrong, Aunt.
they've been in my chat or in my stream a couple times.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, it's good to meet people this way too. So I haven't really had too many people take me up on the offer to come up and just chat, but I don't know. I've seen a few other people. This is kind of their primary mode of doing it. So I guess they're like paying for the extras on this, and I don't use it as my primary, just for little impromptu things, or if I'm out on the road and don't have all my equipment with me, that's a nice, easy way to do it.
Like right near above my finger is the little powered by StreamYard thing. I don't know if I'm pointing at it on your screen, but
Yep.
I guess if you pay, you can change that and put your own logo. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't need to.
No.
If it does this,
Yeah.
I'm golden.
There. We'll just make it like an old screensaver.
Oh, you got to have a square one so when it hits the corner, bing.
Oh yes,
bing.
we got to celebrate the corner.
Oh, giveaway.
That's right. Obviously, somebody's seen The Office besides me.
Oh, if you don't mind, I just wanted to say you're coming up on 250 subs. Are you doing any kind of giveaways at 250? Any kind of special
I've
things?
been thinking about. I was originally thinking of holding off until 300, but it's been kind of a long trip between 200 and 250. So I'm thinking, let's just go ahead and throw some bait out there and make 250 special. It's a quarter of the way home.
I think you got me by one right now. I think you beat me by one. I think. Hold on, let me.
Oh, now I gotta check. I think I'm at 231.
Yep, oh no, I got you. I got you by 10. I'm at 241. So I may or may not beat you to 250. It's totally possible you could beat me and surpass me by 1,000,000. But if I would recommend do something at 250. I've noticed a lot of people have been doing 250, then 300, then maybe 500 or something like that. I'm just going to do it every 50 myself. So if I get to 250, I'm going to do a decent giveaway. And you're only what?
19.
Yeah, I was going to say 19. My math sucks.
Yeah,
I just know. Am I head or below?
Yeah.
But I think somebody had bid on this. So I was fiddling with it because somebody had bid on it but never paid. So I thought about giving this away for 250 giveaway or something like that. And basically announce the silver or something like that. That's what most people want to get. They want their hands on some silver.
Yep.
So I just noticed you're getting pretty close to that number. Just wanted to see if you were doing anything. That way I can be in there throwing my name down. Hopefully I can win something from you.
Sure.
Get my ounce back. Get that ounce
there you
back.
go. Yep. Yeah, I don't think I'll have my one and only eagle in my possession on there, so I might have to hold on to that one a little longer. But
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you the choice. If you want this, you can get this, which is the 1 ounce in quarters and dimes. Or if you'd like, I can trade you out for an American Eagle. I got many different years, so I know it's probably worth more the Eagle than it is the numismatic. But since you don't have too many Eagles, I find that to be a crime. So if you want to trade, let me know. I think I have 2013, 99s, and then I don't know if you care for toned or not, but if you like toned, I have some different toned ones as well, which has like the edge toning.
Yeah.
Some pretty, some ugly. But I don't know. Let me know.
I don't think that's even a really tough decision for me. Yeah.
Some people like the coins better than the. Well, I mean they're all coins, but some people like old silver, even though it's all the same age technically.
Yeah. Well, I have plenty of the numismatic, so I definitely would love an eagle. If you're willing to do that in toned or untoned, it doesn't matter to me. I'll just your call on that one. I'm not too picky on the years.
Mm-hmm. I'll dig up an American Eagle, and I gotta get. Oh no! Eagles I have capsules for, so I'm good on those. I keep thinking I don't have capsules for Peace Dollars and Morgans. I got to get flips for those, but I don't have any. I do have for Eagles, so
you're one closer to 250 now. Looks like Hillbilly just subbed you, so you're one closer.
Oh, thank you, Hillbilly.
Yeah.
Well, then you can still beat me though.
Yeah, I could.
Definitely can still beat me.
I'm on a pretty slow pace to 250 though, so.
When did you start your stream or your channel?
About mid to late February.
Oh, I got you by a month. January.
Yeah.
I've been subscribed to YouTube since 2007. Had I started back then, I wish I had, because I could have made myself bigger than some of those big names.
Yeah.
Like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye, and those are the only ones I know because my daughter and my son make me watch those. And then I got hooked on them.
Yeah.
And even RFT, I think I've been on YouTube way longer than he has. He's got 89,000 followers or friends, however you want to look at it.
Yeah. I like to tease him. I'm like, hey, I'm 93,147 behind you and closing, dude.
I'll be there soon.
Yeah.
What is that? I'm that story. I'm the Viper. I'm the Viper. I'll be there soon.
That's right.
I'm the window viper or something like that. The window wiper.
Yep. So.
But all right, it's 2:00. Thanks for having me on.
You bet.
Poppy, how you doing? But also everybody in the chat, I'm out of here. Thanks for chatting with me as well. And
you bet.
I don't remember how to end this. Oh, there it is. Leave studio. So while I'm doing that, I will say goodbye.
You bet, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks for stopping in. It was a lot of fun. As everybody can tell, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm staying up way too late, which is what I do when I'm normal. So I'm pretty close to normal. So thank you, American Eagle Hoarder, for stopping in. It was a lot of fun. To everybody else who I haven't acknowledged, thank you for stopping in, and we'll definitely catch up with you guys. If you have stopped in and haven't had a chance to subscribe to either American Eagle Hoarder or myself, please do so. We'd love to have your sub, as we're both trying to eke our way to 250, and the new ASC will make you feel amazing to have 2 in your collection. I completely agree, and I look forward to it, man. So anyhow, go out, sub us both. Drop a like, drop a comment. look back through this chat, there's a link to a pretty cool video where we unboxed 72 silvers. And, if you watch that, you give me some hours too. So why not? Thanks for stopping in and spending some time with us. It's been a lot of fun. We'll talk to you again later.